Hey YouTube. Well, so this video I just uploaded today, recorded today on Friday the 6th of January. No, February. It's been a long week, I'm tired in my face. But Missy B is saying, I think they're trying to cool the planet, maybe. Well, I would like to contest that. You see, when you carpet spraying, whatever you want to call this, carpet bombing the sky with this artwork of, you know, those who believe they are in power. It is true that these metal particulates, especially aluminum, will reflect a lot of sunlight back into space, and that might give a cooling effect. But we also know that the HAARP project is using the aluminum to heat up air pockets in high pressures and in low pressures in order to move weather systems. When you heat up the aluminum, the air surrounding the aluminum expands, and that pushes on these fronts. So they are, with HAARP's help, heating up from below inside a carpet. Now imagine you are freezing and you would like to get a little warm. Then you take a blanket over you and you get nice and cozy. You see, if they want to cool the planet, they should not do what they're doing here, because one thing is, the aluminum particulate radiate heat back, correct? It's also a very good coolant for electronics, but the heat coming from Earth itself and from these ionosphere heaters radiates back to Earth, and by that contributing to further heating up of the Earth, because it serves like a thermal blanket. And if you let the sky remain absolutely clear, no clouds, actually destroying the clouds in some form or fashion, dissolving them in some form or fashion, so there is no white to reflect the sunlight, then there will be more heat escaping into space. You see, let's just say that this is Earth's, curvature right here. The sunlight is hitting Earth. When nighttime comes, a lot of this heat that the sun has been heating up on the planet, on that surface where the daylight were, radiates back into space, and a lot of it escapes. That happens on a clear night. It is cooler on a clear night than it is on an overcast night. So ergo, even our own natural clouds on an overcast day will make it seem like it's somewhat warmer at night time than it would be if it is crystal clear. So that kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm still in the belief that it is not so much for depopulation agenda. Well, it helps, but I don't believe in that, because all they need to do is start a lot of war, and they can snuff out a lot of us and be politically correct about it. No one will question it, because they are our so-called leaders, right? And if we started a World War III, we could snuff out 2 billion people. That would be a very effective depopulation. This would simply just take too long, way too long. And in the end, they might even destroy the entire ecosystem, so they themselves will have no means of survival, if you get my point. If you are making the Earth's soil too alkaline, the trees and all vegetation would be killed off. because you need to have a pH level at least 6.5 to 7 in the soil in order for plants to grow. If you go up, meaning you go more alkaline, well, trees can't grow, they die. So I don't think that the chemtrails are for culling the population. I don't think that the chemtrails is for cooling the planet, because it defeats the purpose, because the aluminum radiates heat back, and the heat should escape planet Earth naturally at night. But this stuff is hanging in the atmosphere even though you can't see it. It's still present. It's just dispersed. So I'm still in the belief that they're hiding something. Something is in our line of sight already. It can already be seen. Igor Kostelak from Eastern Europe has some astounding footage that shows the sunrise before the sunrise and sunrise after sunrise, and something weird is going on. And YouTube is beginning to give him a lot of problems, trying to get rid of him, because he is showing something that is not supposed to be seen by you and me. So I believe that they are obscuring, and as I said in my video, that it is always below and to the sides of the sun. It's not so much up above the sun. If you take a look and observe when you're out and you're seeing they are going crisscross, like here, this nightmare in Indiana. I don't remember when I took this picture. There was around the big hype around Comet Ison, that they were really out spraying like crazy. So it is around that time period, and this is in Plainfield, in a Walmart parking lot. So if you pay attention when you look up at the sky, and you look like 12 o'clock and all the way up, follow the circle, you will see that it is not so much above and behind you when you're looking straight at the sun that the sky is obscured, but it is always in the lower region of the sun and to the, just up right to the sides of it. So I still believe, and I'm convinced, that they're hiding something. The ancient Chinese spotted an object moving in the sky a year before its arrival. They followed it, and it wreaked havoc. All you need to do is read the Nibiru scrolls, or listen to my voice reading up from the Nibiru scrolls, that's a link below, that you can hear what the Egyptians described, what they were seeing in the sky, and what they described happened to their land. Egypt got decimated, literally. It created the Sahara Desert, and it's still a desert. Nothing can grow there. It's completely, it's bald. There's nothing. So I hope, Missy B, that explains it to you, that is not exactly what's going on, because it really defeats the purpose. Because putting a blanket like this would actually make the heat from the earth hit the particulates and radiate the particulates back. And you can pretty much do the same. You remember the old solariums, where you had goggles on, swimming goggles looking like, and you were sitting in front of a parabol of metal. It kind of looked like a satellite dish with a UV light in the middle. And you were sitting there, and you could feel the heat striking your skin. And that's exactly the same, because it's a metal, and the metal radiates the heat. So the heat don't escape behind the UV light, but it actually radiates and reflects towards you. So that kind of describes what's going on with the chemtrails. So it's not a cooling issue, not at all. It is a camouflage, it's a hiding issue, hiding what is coming. And they know, and they keep you distracted with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of problems, on purpose. Because in the end, the day of the Lord is near, and His will be done. And even them who think they are so smart and tricky, they will ask to let the rocks fall upon them and hide them from the wrath of our Lord. That's how scared they're gonna be themselves. So, you're just fine. And if there is a pole shift, as Mason, he was Mason A. Well, his name is Mason. He said, well, we should move to the coastline, or he said, for fun, I should strap a surfboard on my back when the tsunami comes. Well, you should really wish for it just to go away when it begins, and not come on the other side after it's over, because the outcome is not pretty, and it's going to be terrible times. And yeah, the meek shall inherit the earth, that's for sure. God bless you.